ball was thrown, there was about 6 people in the area of the receiver. It was amazing how quickly the Rams got back to that spot. You see that, Dick?
Yeah, they did. They can flow to the ball, and they watch the quarterback in those zones. They study his eyes, watch his action, and as he goes to throw, they get the jump.
This is what happened on the sideline when that ball went incomplete. There's Renfro. They were hoping for a little interference call. The ball is at the Ram 24. 1:45 left in the third quarter. They're not going to shut the Cowboys out, are they, all day long?
Well, if they keep playing like they are now, they're going to shut them out. But I tell you, they're still doing a great job. They're staying with a plan. They're very patient offensively, sticking it right at them, and they're really making things happen at the point of attack. The offensive line is really, the Rams is really doing a terrific job.
Danny White is 15 out of 28, 103 yards, 2 intercepted.
And again, the big thing is they're doing a terrific job on 1st and 10.
They just got 6. Redden made a good block. First down. Ed Jones, the tackler, and Michael Downs. Let's watch that play 2 plays ago.
Here's another real great effort by Leroy Irvin, number 47. You can see why he's going to the Pro Bowl. Now watch him break on the ball, going right up over the top, avoiding making contact early with the receiver, getting his left hand, batting the ball away. Nice play.
Dickerson ran to the 35 for a first down.
You know, I've seen Leroy Irvin drop as many passes as he has intercepted. He has intercepted 6, but I've seen him drop about that same many.
First down throw. Incomplete.
I don't know why he hesitated that time. He moved the pocket, and Ellard was breaking free downfield, and he didn't throw the ball to him. Then there was a hesitation, and by the time he made up his mind, it was all over. Yeah. They had him faded on the play.
36 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 13-0 Rams. Brock's hot, isn't it?
You know, with this lead, Hank, I don't think we'll probably see him run that option now. Why take a chance in running a pitch play type thing like that that's new in the offense?
Ellard is to the right. Brown is to the left. Now Duckworth's in there now, and he's to the left side. Incomplete. He spun Ellard around, and it's 3rd and 10. Covering was Everson Walls.
I like what he's doing, though. I think anytime you have a chance for, well, you know, with bump and run and 1-for-1 coverage, and you can spot it soon enough, you got to try to get up on top. They're just having a hard time getting the ball up to the receiver like they should, but at least they're making something happen, trying to make something happen up on top.
Brock is 6 out of 20. He's having a bad day. The Rams are having a good day. 3rd and 10. Flying away again, and incomplete to Duckworth. Boo, say the fans.
He's throwing that right into double coverage. That was double man. Bump and run short, backed up by a safety. Threw it right to him anyway.
Yeah, he was fooled by that one, and in spite of it, he just let it fly. And the ball really sailed, too. He let it go a little bit too soon, Dick, it looked like, and it sailed right over the top.
This will be the 5th Los Angeles punt by Dale Hatcher. And Gordon Banks hopes to provide a good start for the Cowboys. Imagine the Cowboys shut out for almost 3 quarters. He drove that one deep to the 23. Fumble! The Rams have it. Tony Hunter got it, number 87. Newsome, Vince Newsome made the hit.
All right, here we go. Look at Newsome. Look at all the traffic. There he is. He fights away from it. Really a great effort on the part of Newsome. Look at this. And he makes the tackle, strips the ball loose, And there we see it recovered. It was touched initially by Gray and recovered by Tony Hunter.
You know, the Rams have had 2 turnovers, the Cowboys 2 turnovers in the kicking game, and both by people that have just recently joined the team.
That's their 4th turnover of the day. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. There goes Dickerson. Good block by Redden. And he got about 5 yards. And that's the last play of the 3rd quarter. The Rams have the ball and they have the lead. There's Banks, who just fumbled. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, 13-0, the Rams over the Cowboys. We pause for a word from your local station. 2nd down and 4. The Dallas 45. Dickerson again. 1st down. He got to the 40-yard line. Let's watch that last fumble a while ago by Gordon Banks.
Watch Newsome again, number 22. You talk about getting caught in a revolving door. Look at all the people around it. Watch Wilshire come in on number 54. He scrapes it loose. There it bounces on the turf. But Wilshire was definitely involved in that play too, along with Vince Newsome, number 22.
1st down for the Rams. First down pass. No. No way with Ellard being trailed by Walls, who had some help. Boy, his passing figures are terrible today.
They aren't very good, but you know, Jack, you talk about the Rams coming in here, Hank and Jack, with the 1-back attack. I think they've actually been in a 2-back attack more today with a fullback than they have been in the 1-back attack.
Yeah, they have a lot of that. And, you know, here's a great tackle, offensive tackle. Jackie Slater, number 78, played his collegiate football at Jackson State. And the running back at Jackson State at that time was Walter Payton. And now he's playing with another great running back, Eric Dickerson. I asked about making a comparison of the two, and I'll tell you about that in a minute.
And you folks will watch Peyton tomorrow on CBS when the Giants play at Chicago. Uh-oh. Yep.
The key to it is a nice block by the tight end, Hill, and a fullback coming right here and gets a nice block on the force man, the strong safety, Dexter Klingscale. Now watch Redden. Boom, he gets a nice kick out right there. It's got a good block there by Slater. He's up inside. The good power right there. He runs through people, puts it down in the end zone.
Extra point try by Lansford, trying to make it 20-0. We're in the 4th quarter with 14 minutes to play. It's good. 14:04 left in the game. Dickerson ran for 55 yards earlier, 40 yards this time, 227 yards today. He's earning his money on his new contract. We have 14:04 left in the game. It's 20-0 in favor of the Rams. Look at that smile.
You know, you don't get to do that very often to the sideline of a football game.
No, but he's got that big Pepsodent smile.
And Kenny Duckett comes up and takes the ball. Now he gave way to the wingman, and the tackle is made at the 15-yard line. Sean Miller made the tackle as Newsome. James returned the ball. Here's the action tomorrow on CBS, 12 o'clock Eastern for the NFL today, and then the Giants and the Bears hook up. And the Goodyear blimp takes the pictures from up above. The Columbia, piloted by Tom Mattis. The blimp is based in Carson, California. 61st consecutive year, the Goodyear blimps have flown over major sporting events. Danny White has a long row to hoe. No flags. And the ball batted down, and Tony Hill fell down. Hill is coming off of a pulled hamstring, and he hasn't been in the midst of this game at all, Hank.
No, it's surprising, but I think the most surprising thing at all is you watch this game unfold like it has. You know, Dallas doesn't seem to have any rhythm, any continuity, any consistency at all, does it, Dick? It looks like this kind of a grab bag thing. You don't know what they're trying to get done. You know, that's the feeling you have sitting up there. Do you feel that way about it at all?
They just had a hard time putting it together, but I think maybe we have to credit the Ram defense, you know.
Oh, I think there's no question. Yeah, the Rams are playing a fantastic game defensively, but still, Dallas should be doing better than they're doing offensively.
And there's a hard-working professional, Doug Cosby. He caught the ball out across the 25. They mark it down, and it's apparently inches short of a first down with Carl Eckern making the tackle.
Doug Cosby, coming into this game, this year had set a new tight end receiving record, Hank. 4 tight ends in Dallas history. That's a pretty darn good season with 64 receptions.
And 6 touchdowns.
There's Bigfoot. Dennis Harrison played for me at Philadelphia. His wife is pregnant. Their 6th child on the way. Number 6.
Good for them.
Cheaper by the dozen, huh? Or the half dozen.
Well, they did get a first down out to the 26. And a good pass completion. They call it at the 40-yard line to Tony Hill. Yes, it's a catch to the 40. Tackled by Green. You know, Hank, even with the score, as it is 20-0, that play action, because of the presence of Dorsett, still is effective.
It shouldn't be nearly as effective, but it still is because, as you say, of Dorsett.
You know, I really don't think he caught that ball, Hank.
I didn't think he did either. I think it slipped right down, too.
Unless he got it by his knees before it hit the ground.
Well, it's a first down, whether he caught it or not.
That's right. Hey, he caught it. The official said he did.
I'll let him have the catch. We want a closer game here, don't we? Dorsett's good for 5 and out of bounds. Run out by Johnny Johnson. Let's check the Dallas bench. There's Septien for 1. He has a pulled hamstring. What a way to end it, huh?
Yeah, he's got to be very disappointed.
Hank, when you think of a losing team such as Cleveland earlier today, and they lost to Miami 24-21, Renfro is out with a strained left calf. When you think of the July training camp, the 4 preseason, the 16 regular season, it's tough when the curtain comes down on you, isn't it?
It really is. Very final.
2nd and 5 for Danny White. 12-17 remaining in the game. And that pass is good for a first down to Hill. He knew where he had to go past midfield. Tackled by Cromwell. But the Rams will give them a lot of those passes now, won't they?
Yeah, they've been giving them a lot of those kind of passes all afternoon. That's the thing about the way they play. They're very stingy defensively, and they get a good rush with a 3-man front. And as we talk about consistently, the linebackers really do a terrific job of getting back there to help on the pass.
You know, the linebackers you just mentioned, they make 51% of the tackles on defense. You know, and 30 linebackers make more tackles, but that's a higher percentage than I've seen in all the games I've done this year.
Fumble. And a scramble for it. And they're going to give it to the Rams. Doug Reed wanted the ball, and he got it. Gary Jeter stripped it away from Danny White. And another turnover for the Cowboys, their 5th of the day. 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions.
Take a look at Danny White, the quarterback now. He's coming back. He's got action working to his left. You can see Titans are right there. Here comes Jeter, flushes him up inside, hooks him right there, and Danny had the ball out in front of himself with the right hand, and it just dropped out of his right hand. And did Doug Reed go after that ball like a gopher, or did he?
Now you look
dug
at
it out of there.
Yeah.
5 turnovers.
Can't win turning the ball over.
Ball is at the
cliche.
Cowboy 46. Here goes Dickerson again, I guess. He already has a playoff game record. And a few too. Here's the gentleman who recovered the fumble, and that is Doug Reed, San Diego State. He had 7.5 sacks this year, doing a great job at the left defensive end.
Hank, he's about as consistent a defensive end in performance this year as I have seen in terms of intensity on every snap. He really gives what he has to give.
The veteran Hegman is slow in getting up for the Cowboys now.
I'll tell you another guy that's done a great job here this afternoon, the entire offensive line of the Rams, but Kid Hill, specifically on White, has really done an excellent job.
He's got those long arms, Hank. He can reach out there and stop him.
Dickerson just got 5. Hegman is injured. 11:21 left. Mike Hegman along the sideline. Brian Salonen is in there in his spot. So Salonen plays the strong side linebacker. Dickerson just got 5, and it's 2nd and 5. This is the best rushing day ever in the pros for Dickerson. 232 yards. And look what Dallas has given up rushing. 239. More than double the season's average per game. Here he goes again. Now you can take one off of that total. Lockhart made the tackle. That handsome gentleman is a future football Hall of Famer, Jack Youngblood. He'll be in Canton, Ohio, Hank.
He surely will be. He's been a very special player all through the years, and still very much a part of the Los Angeles Rams. A great deal of pride in what he's done.
Does some work now for ESPN. He'd like to be up here in the broadcast booth.
He wants our job, Hank. He's auditioned with CBS and NBC. You know, he wants your job and my job. And I think he'll be a good one. I really do. He's a worker. He always has been. I was here when we drafted him a long time ago.
Well, they took Dickerson out because they lost a yard. Barry Redden is into the game.
He fumbles.
He's no slouch. The ball came loose. Belongs to the Cowboys. Well, Barry Redden carried it, fumbled it, and it was recovered by Dennis Thurman. The big hit by Randy White that stripped the ball away from Barry Redden. Second Ram turnover.
It's a trap play. Watch it. They're coming across. Slater is trapping White. He comes through there with the ball in the left hand. Pressure from Jeffcoat from the outside end. The ball falls loose. There it is. And recovered by the Dallas Cowboys. Specifically, Dennis Thurman, number 32.
When Randy White grabs your arm and tugs on it, he can pull the arm away from the body, and that ball will drop out.
It's the one he doesn't pull it off altogether.
That's right.
From the Dallas 32. With a score 20-0 in favor of the Rams. Dorsett. And very good running speed by Cromwell to take advantage of the angle he had. 9:58 left in the game.
They just haven't allowed Dorsett to get going upfield. You know, they've been stringing things out. Now watch Tony on the right side of your screen slide across on this draw action. See, and he can't get turned up. They keep forcing him inside out. Here comes Nolan Cromwell to put him out of bounds. They don't let him get going upfield.
He's rushed 17 times, Hank.
For 58 yards, and we're talking to him yesterday, the way he talked, the way he felt.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't braggadocious, but you had a feeling he was going to have a good day here this afternoon.
2nd down and 9. Motion by Newsom. And they get him again. The 5th sack. Mike Wiltshire was the first in there, number 54. He had 12.5 sacks during the year. That's the 5th time that they have sacked Danny White today. They're doing it with a makeshift offensive line because they lost Chris Schultzer early in the game.
I don't think that would have made much difference, though, Jack. I really think the way that defensive line of the Rams is coming off the ball and the way that Wilshire's coming off in there, why, they're putting an awful lot of pressure. They're making things happen up front.
3rd and 16.
It's got to be a great feeling, Hank, to be the head coach of the Rams now, sitting on the sideline with the defense playing like they're playing with this kind of lead in your first division championship game.
Now they're in a 4-man line defensively, which they haven't used very much this afternoon.
Screen pass, nicely timed. There goes Dorsett. And he is short of a first down on a 3rd down screen. Johnny Johnson stopped the play along with Sean Miller. By the way, you might see that 40 on the top of the uniform of the Los Angeles Rams. And this is the 40th year that they have been here after moving out from Cleveland. First to Los Angeles and then to Anaheim. This is 4th down, and the Cowboys are going for it from scrimmage, trailing 20-0 from their own 44. On 4th down, they've been 5 out of 9, and it's 4th and 3. They need a 3-yard pickup. Watch for Cosby. Now it's a little forward pitch to shovel pass to Dorsett for a big play.
We thought we'd see that sometime during the game. We finally saw it.
Yeah, there was the little shovel pass.
And that's, of course, that's an awful good play again. It's a very good play when the defensive ends are really expecting passing coming up the field like they are. Watch on the right side here. Watch Gary Jeter coming up the field, playing the pitch, throws it inside, and there you see good blocking downfield. Dorsett runs through one tackler and goes all the way down the field and picks up a first down on the play.
The other point, Hank, if that had been fumbled, that's an incomplete pass.
First down throw, nothing. Incomplete. Trying to get to it was Johnny Johnson.
Tony Hill looks like he's not 100% to me running those post patterns. Hank, he didn't look like he was really flying, and he has good speed. That hamstring may still be bothering him.
Yeah, it may be, but I think that here again, with the way they're playing defensively, there's no way in the world, unless one of those defensive backs have a heart attack, that receiver's going to get into that zone defense deep.
Yeah.
They're playing too deep.
He'll hit that post pattern inside the corner, about the only way you could do it.
That's the only way you can do it. You can't go up on top with it.
Hill has caught 5 for 34 yards. Whenever any athlete has that hamstring pull, it's really tough to get it out of their mind.
Really turn it loose.
Convince themselves that they're over the injury altogether. Tried to get it to Hill, and Johnson walked in front of it and could have picked it off, but didn't.
There again, you see 3 defensive backs on 1 receiver.
Johnny
That's
Johnson
difficult,
playing free safety, just watched his quarterback turn his head to the right, and then he broke, and then Danny threw the ball, and Johnny Johnson was on his way.
Yeah, one thing that's very obvious, too, when the ball's up in the air, the safety man can cover about 20 yards.
You bet.
To get to the ball, and that's exactly
more.
Yeah,
and more. Yeah.
Depending on who he is, but at least 20.
Yeah.
White is 20 out of 36 with 2 picked off. But they've held Dorsett under 100 yards rushing, and that always seems to indicate whether Dallas is going to win or lose.
Well, it's been close, right? As we said at the start of the ball game. 41-3 with him over 100. So.
Flag is thrown. Pass is incomplete. Probably holding against Dallas because the umpire threw the flag. Holding Cowboys. When it rains, it pours.
Talking to Gary Jeter before the game, he talked about rushing the passer and having a good day and that kind of thing. He said, one of the other things I've done, I've lost about 5 pounds.
75, offense, still 3rd down.
Because I want to be quicker and faster going into the playoffs. And evidently it's been very effective because he's done a terrific job here this afternoon.
The Rams have really played well, but over the years, this isn't the Dallas team that I have seen in the past. Really, Hank, they just haven't seemed to have the zip and the tenaciousness that they normally play with.
Well, they didn't. No, that's true. But I think Tom Landry said it yesterday. We asked about how he compared this team with the other ones. He says they're not much of a comparison. The other teams were much better. Yeah. Talking about his old Dallas.
Yeah, 78,
Cowboys
79,
That's
80
right.
teams. Yeah.
But, this one doesn't compare with those, and it's very obvious the kind of a season they've had.
That's the 5th penalty against the Cowboys. Here's the middle screen again. It worked before. It works again, but not enough for a first down. It's 4th down. Nolan Cromwell tackled along with Johnny Johnson. They just can't get the ball to the wide receiver. Renfro is out. That makes a big difference.
Well, the other thing Tom said, when talking to him yesterday, he said really the big difference in the other teams is the fact that if they lost somebody, it didn't make much difference who they brought in. They could still maintain a high level of efficiency. They don't have that now.
You don't have to tell me. All they did was beat us.
You know a lot about that. Of course, you beat him some too. You beat him some too, Dick.
Not often enough.
Here's another 4th down play. 4th and 7. This crowd is into it now. 6:50 left in the game. the 6th turnover for Dallas.
Tried to get it in behind Jerry Gray, and it's rolling like that. He just threw the ball a little too low. You're going to see Danny get pressure coming from behind him from his blind side on the left. Jeter coming up the outside, good movement, and he flushes. He has time out here. He's looking for receiver, no one to work open. Everyone playing the zone. He tried to get it over Gray's head to the receiver behind him and could not do it. Therefore, the interception.
That's the first ever for Jerry Gray, the rookie out of Texas.
He's their #1 pick.
And the Rams have the ball at their 35. 6 Dallas turnovers, 3 interceptions, 3 fumbles, and the Rams only 2. Redden and Dickerson are in there. Dickerson adds to his record-breaking total, and Hegman is back in there. Happy to see that. He made the tackle.
With the tempo of the game changed and being dominated by the Rams right now, it's a good time to get Dickerson an NFL playoff rushing record.
Here's what the 2 stars have done today. Dorsett, 58 yards. Eric Dickerson, 237 yards. A 40-yard touchdown run, a 55-yard touchdown run for Dickerson. 2nd and 4. First down. How many yards is he going to end up with?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what I'd do, Hank, if I were coaching. I'd get him out of there, let him sit on the bench and be healthy for next week.
You know, I talked earlier about Slater blocking for Walter Payton at Jackson State in college, and also now for Eric Dickerson. 2 backs. Everybody knows how great they are. What is the difference between the 2 of them? He's just one. Anytime Eric Dickerson gets a step, he's gone. That's the difference.
Dickerson just got a rousing ovation from the 66,351 who are here. He's up to 244 yards. Mike Gooman is in the backfield, and Redden runs across midfield. Eric Dickerson gets a well-deserved breather.
That's a new NFL playoff rushing record for a running back. The old record was held by Jim Brown at 232 yards. They're calling him Jack Benny now. They call Eric Dickerson Jack Benny because of a party situation. He rented a limo, and the limo showed up. It was about 15 years old and wouldn't run, so the guy said he was too cheap to rent a first-class one.
They kid him about having fish hooks in his pocket.
Yeah.
2nd and 6. Gooman will be the lead back. Redden fumbled once earlier. He's usually very sure-handed and a good runner to the 45. 3rd and 2 coming up with 4:25 left in the game. Lockhart made the tackle. There's John Robinson. Now his team apparently will take on the winner of the Giant Bear game, which will take place tomorrow. The game that you'll see here on CBS. He's been in the playoffs every year as a head coach of the Rams. The game can't end soon enough for these people. Third down, short yards for the Rams. No first down on that trip. Jim Jeffcoat tackling Redden. Season's over, folks, for these Cowboys.
They're thinking all this time, all that effort, all the work that we put in to be a champion and go on into that and it's gone. It's behind us. Boy, that is really a depressing feeling.
You know, you got to have a lot of respect for this man, Johnny Robinson. You know, he's got a lot of heat, a lot of criticism about the conservative offense and that, but he's been strong enough to exercise a philosophy. He believes very strongly in this, and as Al Davis has said many times, just win, baby. That's what he does. He just wins, and you have to give him a lot of credit for not deviating from what he believes in. He just comes off the bus, plays the kind of football he thinks he has to play to win, and that's what they do. They win.
6 punts for Hatcher now.